start adjusting. You want to start off with the top and then do the side ones, little marks. So this word chlorine, soapy water, pH paper, right? pH paper, pH might have vapors coming out, or soapy water might indicate both. So if you were to open this up, you're going to get vapors coming off of this top.
What are you getting into me for? I know how to use a rinse. So if we have it all flushed to start with,
in general, so, okay, so let's say that we can from there and then...
And it could disperse on its own, and at that point, the isolation and containment. You just... We're going to begin. Okay. So you're going to go ahead and kind of work with each other to get it set up. And then you'll be able to line up that bolt.
That it's lined up, because as you go up here, you're changing the center of gravity on it.
Check to make sure if it's a hissing or leaking product. Leaking product, you want to go ahead and turn some...
So that's what's happening there.
All that excess and then just throw it back, because you guys are going to work. Moving pressure.
You're good. Go ahead and tighten it down.
Tighten it?
Yep. Right.
Use that as a pry to leverage things out. You've got air cylinders for airbags. This, not at them. We can actually, the number where its line is. Okay. So those bags, you don't want to go over 100. Remember, so you've secured
Gotta push. Down on red.
Transmitting what T-COM 4.
Do you know if you can hold any more pressure, son?
So do a
couple hundred microliters of sample.
Pick that one up, upright it, and then throw an overpack drum on it. For the oxygen deficient environment, all right, we have nitrogen, we really... Put it on the page and I'll get the
Okay, now go ahead and pull. Don't loosen it. Okay.
We've got the 329th Chemical Company out of Orlando, Florida, going through some joint training with Miami-Dade Fire Department to prepare for the maritime response exercise, which is why we're here. Yesterday they went ahead and worked on specialized equipment with the fire department, referencing, for instance, their jaws of life, their cutters, their spreaders, their PATS kits, level A, level B, chlorine cylinder kits, and so forth, which is pretty much a re-verification of their hazardous materials technician skills, because for the exercise they all got to be hazmat techs, and so we went ahead and did some basic training to get them familiarized with what their skills are going to be needed for the exercise for today. The 329th, they're in part of the creed called the DSERV, which is the Defense CBRN Response Force, and basically when a federal notification occurs, when they're needed, when a federal declaration has occurred, the 329th could respond, report with civilian responders on a specific incident scene, and provide capabilities that the local responders could not do for themselves. So the military brings special capabilities, just like the fire department does with hazmat tech certifications and so forth, being able to identify, analyze, certain toxic industrial chemicals and materials, along with radiation skills to provide that support for an incident commander. When the local responders understand what the military can bring, and what the military understands what their responsibility is for local incident, commanders or civilian responders, it becomes a whole lot easier when the response actually occurs. So we build relationships prior to an incident in preparation for an incident to make sure that understanding's across the board. Well, we've done joint entries down the range and so forth. There's a lot of commonalities about how we train and the national standards that we have to abide by. Fire departments already came back and said that the 329th, yeah, they did extraordinary job already here today. We've got more to do, but they come across with an understanding that we pretty much all train the same. There's one standard across the board that has to be abided by, and both civilians and military folks have to do that, and we train the same way. Fire department, I think, was surprised today when they started digging about how well these guys are trained. So they came across with an understanding that the 329th out of Orlando could be counted on.
It was really cool actually to see how Miami-Dade uses their equipment and showing all the other people how to use it, and just knowing what I know from training that we've done at home, and just knowing how to use it and watching them learn how to use it and the different opportunities they had to use it. Being an Army Reserve soldier and a firefighter together, gives me a lot of sense of purpose, and I feel like I'm actually doing something to help people, and that's what I always wanted to do. The most important values, I think, between being a firefighter and a reserve soldier is integrity and selfless service are both really important. Integrity because as a firefighter and a medic, you know, people trust you with their lives, and any problem they have, they expect you to help them fix it. And so you've got to have the integrity to be able to do the right thing and help them when they need it. And then selfless service because, you know, you do everything and you try and help them and you go into dangerous situations and you don't know if you'll get anything out of it, but it's still worth it just because you're helping someone.
Yeah, so we came out today in support of Miami-Dade Fire Rescue. The operation was for a vessel at sea. We were going to practice responding with them in tandem and get a feel for each other's capabilities and limitations, and just trying to work together to kind of figure out how we're going to fit together if the big picture ever needs to happen. If you don't iron out the details right now and you wait till later, things are going to take longer, the response times are going to be worse. Different groups have different standard operating procedures and they kind of function in different lights. So for us to get together now prior to something happening and iron out the details, it's really going to cut down if anything ever does happen. It'll be a great benefit. The support that we've had to come out here and Miami-Dade for putting this on and bringing us to be a part of it has just been absolutely excellent. Usually it's hometown stuff at the unit, hip pocket training, trying to get as much done as we can, but coming out here to a different location, seeing a different site, really puts our guys to the test, and it's been great training. The training's been excellent. I think we definitely had a few obstacles we're not used to, but like as usual for our unit, we've kind of overcome those, and it's been excellent. You know, we've really done well, and I think we've learned a lot from it, stuff that we can take forward into the future. I think it's been good to be out here. Like I said, it's been great training. The soldiers definitely made this happen. You know, the leadership did an excellent job of putting things together, but if it wasn't for the troops, we definitely wouldn't have been able to make the mission happen. So I'm grateful to them. It's been a great job. We're thankful to Miami-Dade for bringing us out here and putting this on. We look forward to doing it again in the future.
Well, yeah, we just did an exercise with a 329 CBRN from Orlando. The reason we try to incorporate other agencies with our training is because in a situation like this, we are limited with the amount of resources that we have. We know that the Army usually brings a large contingency. It's good for them to understand what we do when it comes to hazmat, when it comes to WMDs, understand what our procedures are, and at the same time we understand what they do, to eventually, if ever need be, come together and work together, understanding everybody's limitations and strengths. We started yesterday with some training, get them proficient to what they might see today. The exercise went well. We had a couple of hiccups here and there, but for the most part, working with the Army was good. Working with the soldiers was great. These guys were on top of it. I think that the training that we provided yesterday came in handy. They were able to meet all our expectations when it came to supporting our mission. So it was real good with what they did. These guys kicked butt. That was great. Hopefully we'll get to do it sometime next year or in the near future.